Are you in the market for a smart range? Maybe you're thinking about upgrading your appliances. Well, today I'm going to give you an honest review of the LG Slide-In Smart Range, and I've owned it for over a month now. And first I'm going to give you a tour, an overview of its features and all the pros and cons according to me, my husband, because we've owned it for a month now, as well as all the Home Depot and Lowe's reviews that I've read for you. And if you stay until the end, I'm going to give you 3 little known hacks to maximize the potential of this LG Smart Range. So let's get cooking. So first we're going to take you on a tour of the top of the range. So there are 5 burners on this baby. And there's the middle one. This one does not have the griddle, but some models do. This has the UltraHeat burner right here. So this baby goes on and it's 20,000 BTU, and that way you can rapidly boil water for rice or whatever you happen to be cooking. What we do like about this is they do turn on very quickly. The igniters work really well. This one's a simmer burner, so it's a little bit smaller. So that goes to back here, and then the vent back here, you just want to keep that clear because that's where the heat escapes whenever you're doing the oven. So now I'm going to take you on a tour of the oven. So this is a 6.3 cubic feet capacity. It has a beautiful blue color, which I think is a really nice feature, a very powerful light there. And it actually comes with this air fryer rack. And this is actually can be washed in the dishwasher if you can fit it in there. And basically what another feature is, you can knock on the door and the light goes on. So that's a really, so I wanted to show you guys some of the controls. You can see here there's an air fry feature, so you don't need to do any preheating when you use that. The frozen meal is something that you would do for frozen dinner, and it recommends that you put the rack at a certain level, and it'll make sure there's heat on the bottom and top to make sure that frozen meal comes out perfectly. There's a slow cook feature, which gives you a very low temperature that you can cook something for a long time in the oven. And then the easy clean is a 10-minute cycle that you can use in advance of cleaning your oven to help loosen up the things. So you would spray some water inside, distilled water, and then put this easy clean cycle on, and it runs for 10 minutes, and then you would kind of scrub your oven. And then the self clean is something that's more like a few hours, so it starts at 4 hours. And then the remote start is something that you can use with the app, and then you can do proof or warming if you're going to be warming up dough to make bread. And then there's a broil feature as well, although this one did not come with the broiling pan, so you need to buy that separate. And then there's conventional roast, or this is convection roast, convection bake, and then just normal bake. So convection is something where it will preheat quicker than a traditional bake. So I use convection bake a lot. By the way, my name's Carrie with Penny Modern, and we are all about affordable home products and home product reviews, as well as interior design inspiration. So if you'd like content like that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the little bell for notifications, and you'll get notified next time I drop a video. So one of the features that I really liked about this oven was the air fry option. We don't like to have a lot of clutter on our counters, as you can tell, so we don't want to buy a separate air fryer. And so the fact that this had an air fryer as well as a convection oven, as well as a traditional oven, it really helps cut down on your appliances. It also has the slow cook feature. So this really has the ability to remove some smaller appliances from your kitchen, and that way you can kind of do everything just with one appliance. The other thing that attracted us to this oven is actually it's a print-proof stainless steel, allegedly print-proof, but we'll see. It's been pretty good so far. So it's a special stainless steel that's supposed to resist fingerprints, which is really important when you're like me and you have little kids running around. The other thing I really liked was the fact that it is Wi-Fi enabled and actually has an app. And that app, I will show some pictures here. It's called the ThinQ or Think app, and it'll alert you whenever your oven is preheated, whenever your timer goes off, so you'll get an alert on your phone, which is really convenient if you're a busy mom like me, or you'll just get sidetracked and do different things. And then it also has some remote capabilities. If you turn on the remote start, you can start it remotely, but it won't just start it on its own, and can also diagnose some issues If you're having issues with it, it has the product manual on there. I think you can sign up for the warranty on it. So there's all kinds of functionality with the app, and it also alerts you if you leave it on, which is super important for safety reasons. So I'm gonna go into some of the pros that are from both me, my husband who does most of the cooking, as well as the reviews that I read on Home Depot and Lowe's. So a lot of the people love the versatility and the fact that you can have all these different appliances in one, which I already told you guys about. Also, the igniters work really well and they're quick. There also is a little melody that plays whenever the timer or alarm goes off, so that's kind of new and different. I think it's kind of fun. Some people get annoyed by it. And then the mesh rack and the dishwasher, that is dishwasher safe, so that is definitely a pro. And then also the convenience of having the app and the Wi-Fi capability, and the Easy Clean, which makes it very efficient for cleaning, and that's only a 10-minute cleaning cycle. Another one is the power burner, which I told you guys about, that the UltraHeat burner, it makes it really fast to boil water. And then a lot of the other people mentioned it. One user mentioned it has all the bells and whistles a shelf could want. The LG ThinQ feature allows you to scan barcodes, and even the oven will set itself, which is pretty amazing. You can actually scan something with this app and it'll set the oven temperature. So I haven't tried that yet, but that is one of the user reviews on Home Depot or Lowe's. If you're finding value from this video, make sure you hit that like button. It'll help people just like you to find this video when they're in search of a new range. Also, if you're interested in buying this product, we have the links down below so you can see what the latest deals are and see if you can get this baby on sale. Okay, now for the cons. So I wanted to be very honest with you guys. I want to give you all the cons. One of the cons is the price. It is an expensive oven. It's a smart range. It's $1,400. That's how much we paid for it. I think we got it on deal. And that is a significant investment for an oven. So the price is kind of high. And also some of the critical feedback from Lowe's and Home Depot was there was issues with the digital display losing its digits. And another reviewer said, stove and oven work fine, but less than 2 years old, the digital display for time and temp lost some digits. So that's definitely a concern. So it sounds like there's some display issues that might have to be replaced on some of the models. And then the touch screen durability, because it is a touch screen, I guess if you touch it too hard, maybe people are damaging some of the electronics inside. And then the other thing that we didn't 100% love, we didn't realize, but there's no broiling pan and there's no wok on this model. So there's like, some of them have a wok holder up there. So that is kind of a con. And then I also had to call LG because there was kind of a weird setting on here that they had to walk me through how to change. And that was basically whenever I would turn on the convection oven or the air fryer, one of them, it would only let me set it to 350, and I needed like 400, but it would only go to 350. So I had to call them and they walked me through it. Their customer service was amazing, and I was able to change the setting. But whatever the factory setting was, it was kind of preventing me from putting the oven on the temperature I wanted. So the other thing is just around this, there is no handle on the drawer here. So this is a storage drawer. It is not a broiler. But there is a broil function in the oven, but that drawer is a little bit hard to open because there's no handle. So now I'm going to share those hacks that I told you about. So there's 3 different hacks. One of them is really around the self-cleaning feature. Make sure when you run the Easy Clean that you spray it with water, and it needs to be distilled water so that way you don't get mineral deposits. So you basically spray a bunch of water in there and you put water down here at the bottom and fill that with water, and then turn on the Easy Clean function for 10 minutes. And it'll basically soften all the baked on stuff on the side. And then you just kind of scrub it with a scrubber that's a non-scratch scrubber, and that'll help keep your oven super duper clean. The next hack is about the rack positions. So there are like 6 or 7 different rack positions, and in the manual it actually specifies which rack position you should use for whatever kind of food you're making, whether it's a frozen meal in the middle, whether it's for a whole turkey, if it's for chicken nuggets. It recommends the optimal rack. So I would highly recommend it, saving the manual and actually using that, because that's going to help you cook your food quicker, and it's also going to make your food taste better. So this last tip is actually about diagnosing your problems if you ever have one. So there's actually something called this smart diagnosis. It's not on all of the units, but basically you can use that in conjunction with the ThinQ app, and you basically put your phone next to that little symbol, and it'll help you figure out what's wrong with your range if you ever have an issue. So there's a really cool Wi-Fi capability where it can like diagnose itself and help you understand what's going on with it. So I think that's really cool. And so make sure, if you guys want more home product reviews and you want more interior design inspiration, hit that subscribe button, and then make sure you watch this next video right here, which is all about kitchen design and kitchen inspiration to help you get that kitchen of your dreams.